In the near future, massive sinkholes begin to appear across the globe, triggering violent explosions that throw society into chaos. From these sinkholes emerge gigantic creatures known as reapers, relentless hunters that target humans. Bullets prove ineffective against them, rendering even the military powerless. Amid the panic, reports from high-altitude communities reveal that these monsters freeze at elevations above 8,000 feet, prompting survivors to flee to higher ground in hopes of safety. 3 years later, in the Colorado Rockies, a young man named Hunter resides in a small community of 193 survivors at the Lost Gulch Refuge. One day, curiosity drives Hunter to venture beyond the 8,000-foot safety line. However, he barely takes a few steps before encountering a reaper. Forced to run for his life, he narrowly escapes back across the line. Upon his return, his father, Will, reprimands him for the reckless act, reminding Hunter of the dangers posed by the monsters and the strain it could put on his already fragile lungs. Despite his father's warnings, Hunter explains that he only wanted to look for other survivors. Will, grieving the loss of his wife, implores Hunter not to risk his life again. Later, while hunting with Katie, a member of the community, Will shares his worries. Katie empathizes, noting that Hunter is the only child in the refuge, so it's natural for him to crave friendship. Will, however, believes Hunter's actions stem from his longing to return to the last place he saw his mother. Meanwhile, Nina, a scientist and survivor, works tirelessly in her lab, experimenting with bullets in an attempt to find a way to harm the Reapers. Her tests, however, continue to fail. One night, Will hears Hunter coughing and rushes to his side to replace the filter in the boy's breathing machine, but realizes it's the last one in their possession. Determined to save his son, Will decides to leave the refuge and venture into dangerous territory to find new filters. The next morning, he informs Nina of his plan. While she warns him of the risks, Will is resolute, pointing out a potential path through the mines. Reluctantly, Nina agrees to join him after being plagued by guilt over her role in the mission that claimed Will's wife's life. Katie, despite her lack of experience, insists on coming along as well. The trio prepares for the journey, gathering weapons and supplies before saying their goodbyes. Hunter worries that Will might not return, but his father reassures him with a promise. Once outside the refuge, Nina uses a modified compass to detect the electromagnetic pulses emitted by Reapers, ensuring the group avoids direct encounters. They cross the safety line and soon come across abandoned trucks, scavenging them for ammunition, flares, and even a grenade launcher, which Katie takes charge of. As they proceed, tensions rise between Nina and Katie, culminating in a heated argument that Will has to break up. Along the way, they make startling discoveries, such as a herd of horses peacefully grazing, which suggests that Reapers target only humans. Eventually, they reach a ski resort and plan to use the chairlift to cross safely. However, a Reaper appears, and chaos ensues. Katie's grenade launcher causes explosions that distract the creature but fail to injure it. As the monster shakes the cables, the trio narrowly avoids falling to their deaths, ultimately escaping back to the safe zone. That night, while resting at the ski resort, Nina theorizes that the Reapers' behavior is unnatural. They don't eat or sleep and seem to kill humans for sport, suggesting they might have been created specifically to eradicate humanity. Her hypothesis haunts Will, reminding him of his wife's faith in Nina's ability to find a solution. The next day, the group reaches the mine. Although both entrances are above 8,000 feet, some tunnels dip below the safety line. Reluctantly, they venture deeper underground. When a Reaper appears, they flee through collapsing tunnels and barely escape alive, though Katie is tragically killed in the chaos. Grieving but determined, Will and Nina press on, finding shelter in an abandoned house where they share a quiet meal. Nina confesses her guilt over her family's death on the day the Reapers emerged, as well as her role in Will's wife's demise. Will comforts her, insisting it wasn't her fault. The next day, they reach a hospital to retrieve filters for Hunter but are ambushed by a Reaper. Using quick thinking, Will detonates oxygen tanks, temporarily incapacitating the creature. Despite the danger, Nina convinces Will to accompany her to her old lab. There, she works tirelessly to create a bullet capable of penetrating Reaper scales, which she theorizes are electrically charged. Just as the duo faces another Reaper attack, Nina's experimental bullet succeeds, causing an explosion that kills the creature. Examining the remains, they discover mechanical components, revealing that the Reapers are robotic constructs likely sent by aliens to exterminate humanity. The pair returns to the refuge with newfound hope. Nina raises a pirate flag to signal her breakthrough, and the community begins mass-producing the special bullets. Armed with this new weapon, the survivors organize a counterattack, reclaiming their land from the Reapers. One night, Will and Nina spot three mysterious lights approaching Earth through a telescope, hinting at the arrival of a new threat. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated with more stories like this. Thanks for watching.